Alright, what's good people? It's your boy Z Silver, and today I've got a special one for you lot today. I'm going to be showing you lot how to actually get funding / loan for your business here in the UK, and actually how to get money for your business, right? This isn't just a video I'm talking about someone has experience. Now I'm going to actually show you lot how I did it myself and how I was able to complete the process in less than, I think it was about a week or something like that. And also, just before this video gets started as well, I'm only 18, my credit isn't nothing crazy, I don't have a crazy business idea, and you know, the process didn't take very long. So this is just kind of the sort of things I needed to hear, because I thought it was impossible. I think like, why would someone give an 18-year-old, you know, thousands of pounds to start a business that's not even guaranteed or nothing? And I was quite demotivated through the whole process, but there was something about me that was just telling me, look, yo, just do it. And I'd done it, and I received the money, and you know, it's a low interest loan, and it's something that makes sense. So yeah, so in this video I'm basically just talking to you lot about my experience, how to do it, what I did, and how I used ChatGPT for basically the whole process for the application. I'd literally just go to ChatGPT, right? I would submit the question, I'd explain my background, and I would just copy and paste the answers, and I was able to do it, right? So yeah, without enough talking, make sure you lot subscribe. I'm trying to give you lot as much game as I possibly can for my own personal experiences, right? I'm only going to come here and talk about what I've done. So yeah, so let's just get right into this. Let's just quickly talk about why you may want to get business funding. And for me, it was just because I had an idea, and I won't lie, alright, I could be pretty bad with saving money sometimes. So I was like, okay, let me try to get a loan. I've got the right idea, I've got suppliers, I've got the whole connect set up. Let me try to get a loan and let me see if I can make this happen. So yeah, so I did my research all online, and I was really trying. I was trying to get a loan everywhere. I'm talking, I know I've run a few hard checks, which I really shouldn't have done, but I was trying to get a loan everywhere. Just because I wanted to get my idea started now. I didn't want to have to wait 6 months, 7 months of saving. I'd rather just get a loan that's not even very high in interest and just pay it when I can. So like I said, I was trying to apply for a loan every single place. It's crazy, and I was getting declined everywhere. Like I said, I'm only 18, my credit isn't nothing too crazy, but I was getting declined everywhere. So I came across a video on YouTube, and oh no, I think it was TikTok actually. The guy was just explaining how he got up to 25 grand for his business, and I was like, that's crazy, like that's crazy, like let me try it, but is it gonna work? Is it not gonna work? I don't know. And especially because it was with the actual business bank here in the UK, right? It was the actual British business bank, and there was a lot of self-doubt. I'll tell you that there was a lot of self-doubt. I was just thinking the whole time, why would these guys give me, you know, thousands of pounds to start a business, and I'm only 18? Like, even when I started the application, like I mentioned, was quite long in terms of, it took me about 2-3 days to do, which I could have definitely done in a shorter time, but I got lazy. So yeah, I came across this video, and I started application, and the first day I was like, you know, like, what's the point of this? I was really about to give up, and you know, that's what I was about to do. So I just went on the website, and also, by the way, later in this video I'm going to show you lot the actual, I'm going to flip it to my computer and I'll show you lot how we did it. But I was like, why would these guys give me a loan or whatever? So I literally just started application. I guess in my case, I had already kind of started a business. I had sent the third payment to my manufacturer, and I guess that's kind of what they wanted to see. That, look, man, I'm making moves. I'm not exactly went full out, but I've still used a bit of my own personal cash, and I've tried to invest, right? I've seen that I'm trying to invest, and you know, maybe it's not going at the rate that I want, or you know, all that stuff. So yeah, I submitted the whole application. They were just asking me a whole bunch of questions, and I was thinking like, why do I need to do this? But these questions that I answered helped me today. So it's just managing cash, what you're going to spend it on, how you're going to do it, why you're going to do it, where you're going to do it. And in the back of my head was like, okay, cool, even if I come out unsuccessful with this application, at least I understand what it is I'm trying to do a little bit better. So it's a win-win kind of thing. So I kind of went through the whole application. I think it took me around 2 to 3 days. If I was very serious, I probably could have got it done within a day or two. So I went through the whole application, and you know, it was quite long, like I said, but we're using ChatGPT, you know, it was quite quick. And like I said, it helped me to understand my business. So after submitting an application off and just doing some, I think it was a personal survival plan, which just kind of just broke down what my personal bills are for the month, and just kind of if it's something I can afford, which I do think that, but obviously I had to show them. So yeah, so I think that's like the second or third step. And then the final step was just uploading a few, what's the word called? A few bank statements and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm in trouble a little bit because my bank statements are not the best. Like sometimes, like I said, I can get a bit lazy with the money and it's just, it's whatever. So when it came to submit the bank statements, I was like, nah, like, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know, right. So I submitted everything through, and I think, so also you get assigned to a personal mentor. So they're going to go through your application and they're going to see, look, like, this is where you can fix a little bit. This is where you went wrong. Can you elaborate on this? Can you elaborate on that? So I think I got the guy. The guy's name was Martin, man. Big up him, man. He was a legend. And yeah, so he kind of went through my application and he said, look, Ezekiel, this is where you can improve. This is where you can fix, and this is what will make a bit more sense. He just gave me a few pointers. Originally, the loan was for, I'll just keep it, I think it was about 3.5 grand, and I was eligible for more, but because I had already covered some of the costs with my own money from just working, I was like, let me not overdo it, kind of thing. So yeah, he went through the application. And then he recommended me to do a 5-year loan. And I was like, originally I was like, nah, because I don't want to pay too much interest. By the way, I think the interest was about 3 to 4%, which is nothing. If you actually think about it, it's nothing. If it can help you get a few months, years ahead, that's nothing. So he said, just change the application to just 5 years, to a 5-year loan, right? And then he said also, if I wanted to pay the whole loan off tomorrow, you can. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. Lower monthly payments will also help with you being able to get, successful in your application. Yeah, so I kind of cleaned up a little bit on them areas. It took me about a day. I just went through. I think he asked for my passport or something like that, or just a bit more proof of identity, sorry. So I uploaded all of that. It was a quick process, to be fair. And then I think about maybe 2 days later, or maybe the day later, once it was all submitted, I remember I woke up, it was around 7:30. I quickly just checked my phone. I checked my emails. I went back to sleep. Then I woke up again in an hour and I seen it. The application has been successful. And I'm thinking like, no, like, I don't know how to explain it in the sense of, when you think about something and it actually happens, you have to just take a step back and you're like, like, that actually happened. You know what I'm saying? We thank God also because, without him, without this sort of outcome, I wouldn't be able to run my business. And also put a picture on the screen of just my business as well. I run a watch business. I'll show you lot now, called Saintdonciere. If that focuses, yeah. So I own a watch brand. So it was quite expensive, so I needed to cover a few costs. So that's why I kind of went through the loan method. So yeah, once I seen that message, I was like, like this actually happened. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like I went back to sleep and I was thinking, like, it's mad. It's crazy. Because I really did need it. I did not want to waste any more months. I had an idea, I had a plan. I wanted to put it into action today. And it's the same with you, like, man. If you like working, you've got a business, you've got whatever it is, give it a go. I know people have this bad outlook on loans or whatever, but if it can help you save a year, a few years, whatever, then do it. Like, why not? Especially if you're I personally struggle with saving sometimes, but I don't struggle paying bills. That's the difference. So if you got an idea, you're working, just do it, man. Why not? Why not? Thankfully for me, everything's been going good. So it's a decision that I've never really looked back on and said, oh, why did I do this or whatever. So yeah, that's basically my story now. And I'm going to hop onto the computer and I'm going to kind of show you like the layout of how everything looks like and what you can expect and how I sped up the whole process instantly, because I was not going to sit there typing away. No, I'm going to show you what to do, what not to do. And yeah, let's go. Alright, so you lot join me here on my computer, and as you lot can see, I've got ChatGPT up on the left, and then I've got the actual application that all of you guys, if you decide to proceed, will receive. So I'm going to quickly just go over this quickly. Don't want to bore you lot too much, but as you lot can see, for example, it asks, what is your short-term plan? So for example, the next 6 months, and then for the guidance bit is on the right, and then you just kind of fill it out. It says use the SMART objective, right, which is smart, measurable, attainable, realistic, whatever. So as you lot can see here, yeah, I put into ChatGPT, what is a short-term plan for a new business owner who owns a watch brand that sells watches and luxury watch cases? And then I also put in bracket, use SMART, right? So look at that. It just gives me the whole answer. I think I shortened this, I'm not too sure. But then I just print it into here and that's it. But you lot understand the gist, right? You ask ChatGPT the same question the application's asking you, right? And then you can simply ask it to rewrite it, right? If you want to change the tone, if you want to shorten it, extend it, right? That's something you can do. So then you have 4 parts to this template. So the second one is just your PSP. So it just asks you, I've just typed in random numbers. I've just typed in random numbers here, and it just asks you, okay, cool, per month, how much do you make? What's your bills, right? All of that stuff, and then you can just fill it out, right, to your personal liking. And also, don't forget, you have to present pay slips. So I'm not saying it has to 100% match up, but obviously it still has to be a little bit realistic, right? So don't go all deep. And then the third bit, it just asks you, like, what are your sales going to be like? Now, you never know, especially if you haven't started your business, you don't know. So I would just go with, like I said, I've just put random numbers in here as well, just to kind of show you like an example. You know, you can say that shouldn't, you know, it's going to cost you this much to make and that much to sell. If it does not cost me $24.99, I wish. But I don't know, I just kept the margins quite high just so it kind of looks like you'll make more money. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And then your fourth, your cash flow forecast. So then now it just kind of asks you like, okay, cool. So I think I'm going to make this much, right? And then the loan is going to cost me this much per month. So it's going to set me back X, Y, and Z. And then, yeah, it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. This wasn't really accurate, right? But I've just said, this is what my plan is, right? And it makes sense. And like you lot can see, it says 2 years for the loan term, but I ended up changing it to 60 months. But if I wanted to pay it in 24, I can simply log into the account and and pay as much as I want to. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Apart from then submitting your own personal information, doing your credit check, just your proof of identity, just the basic stuff. That's really all it is. You're going to be assigned someone who reviews the application, and then you guys can go from there, and then, you know, that's basically it. So yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you lot found this useful. And I'm not even trying to be biased, but if this was a couple of months ago or whatever, I definitely would have found this helpful myself, because I really needed the help. And there's just a bunch of people just talking about what they don't know on the internet, right? I already told you, like, I'm not going to come here and talk about, yeah, he did this, he did that. Nah, I'm going to show you, like, from my own personal experience. I'm always going to give you, like, the receipts as well. And yeah, hope you, like, use this as a startup to get your business started, or, you know, kind of do what it is that you want to do. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be dropping game. I drop videos every single week, and yeah, let's go, man.